Hi, it's Ramonda Cottrell with www.brickhousetalk.com. And recently I had the opportunity to attend and cover a very remarkable event in Oakland, California called the Daddy-Daughter Dance held at Brookfield Village Elementary School. And this event was sponsored by, and actually it was put on by a very wonderful young lady that's here with me today, Ms.Mieko Scott. How are you today, Mieko?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing well.
My name is Ms.Mieko Scott. I'm the founder of Imagine That.
And can you tell us a little more about you and your Imagine That Foundation?
Sure. I am what they call the youngest retired teacher. I started teaching in 2006. And I immediately taught and then retired, and I thought that I could create something for the school system that was outside of the school system, and that's how Imagine That nonprofit was created. We cater to the 0 to 5 population and the K to 5 population, making sure that they get all the educational enrichment and all their in-kind resources that they can desire, and then we create an imaginable experience for them. You're a first-year teacher who got laid off because I was a first-year teacher, and it was very sad to see the heartbreak that I caused the kids from leaving them after just only having a relationship with them for 6 months. And I told myself I would never hurt a kid like that again. I would never step foot in a classroom where I had no guarantee of if I was going to stay in that classroom. I have no control over what the school district does and what the California state law does. So I said, you know what? I can give back unlimitedly in imaginable experiences by creating a nonprofit and going back and forth to the schools as much as I want with unlimited opportunities for them.
So can you tell me the concept behind the Imagine That Foundation? How did you come up with that name?
Well, everything that we were doing within the community. Anytime someone came to us and said, what can you do? Like, we want to have a back to school rally. We want to have an Easter egg hunt. We always were creating these experiences that were so imaginable. Like we would actually involve the kids in the experience, and then having them there, we just started saying, you know what? Well, imagine if we did this. Well, imagine that, and imagine that. And we say, you know what? Well, that's what we're going to call it. Imagine that. And it's pretty much anything that your wildest dreams can dream. I mean, we started off just doing 6 events throughout the year. We started off doing a big event in January where all the kids that were forgotten about after Thanksgiving and Christmas, we created a big experience for them called the Winter Wonderland. And then we also started doing a father appreciation and little boy appreciation, because we noticed in the school system that a lot of little boys were afraid to say the word love or afraid to hug. They felt like that was something that was feminine and not mature. So we said we were going to have Boys Need Love Too in February. So we created dances for boys and creating around love. And then we started with Easter egg hunts. And then we started with back to school rallies where we partnered with Oakland Natives Give Back, and we give over 1,000 backpacks away every school year, every summer, lunch boxes and bus passes and tennis shoes and whatever a kid can imagine, we pretty much bring it to them. So that's what we're here to do.
Wow, imagine that. That is beautiful. And I'm so elated to have been there on your first, was that the first annual for the?
Yes, that was the first annual Daddy-Daughter Dance for Oakland. Oakland has been doing some, as we've heard of, but this is the first recognized, nationally publicized Daddy-Daughter Dance for the city of Oakland, and we did it at Brookfield Elementary School, and we had the honor of having a young man who we are uplifting in the community. We're young mentors that are doing things with their community, making sure their communities come together in family engagement events, and we had him help us create the Daddy-Daughter Dance, and didn't only just say, okay, we're adults and we're going to create something for this school. We said, okay, well, you guys are the kids of this school. What can you create for your school to make sure your school and the parents and the community, want to come together for it? So we had the pleasure of meeting a very bright young man named Jeremiah Page, a 5th grade student. The first day we walked in, we knew that this little boy was something. We walked in and for first there just to give out lunch boxes, the first time we had adopted the school, and he said he wanted to help. He wanted to help get the stuff out of the car. He wanted to help put the stuff on the stage. He wanted to help stuff the lunch boxes, and it was just so giving to see a little boy that age. And I said, well, who are you? And he said, I'm Jeremiah Page. I'm the president of this school. And he kind of tilted his little hat, and I said, oh, from that point on, we knew that this was a little star to be made. So Imagine That also, we try to uplift young students. Anybody over the age of 10, we want them to see that they can also change their communities. Our slogan is giving children the guidance to bring great social change to their communities. And we forget that kids are responsible for their communities. If we all fall off right now, who right now is standing that can take care of our communities? And I think we finally have found a young man, a 5th grade student who can take care of his Oakland community.
Absolutely. And if you hadn't had the opportunity to review the footage of the daddy-daughter dance, please do visit the website. It's definitely there. And I will say that I spoke with many fathers and daughters on that day, and also a mother as well. And everyone was really just pleased with what you've done and what you're doing in the community. So I commend you as well. And Jeremiah Page, oh my gosh, he is extraordinary. I was just like, okay, you can't talk to me anymore. We have to save you for an interview. But so I know you're affiliated with a lot of people. Actually, you contacted me and let me know that the article was actually posted in Chicago. So you want to talk about that relationship?
Sure. We got contacted by the Black Star Project, which is based out of Chicago. They started this whole initiative called the Daddy-Daughter Initiative. It's sponsored by the Black Star Project and also by the $1 Million Fathers Club. The front picture is really inspiring. It's Obama with one of his daughters dancing. So it kind of gives us the theme of African American men can dance with their daughters. And the whole slogan of it was, basically to make sure that the first dance for a little girl was with her father. The first date for a little girl was with her father, so that she looked up to a man from that point on. And when we met Jeremiah, it was a complete linkage, because he said, you know what, Ms. Scott, all the kids here don't have daddies. We're in East Oakland. We don't have fathers for every daughter. And I said, okay, well, what do you think we should do? And he said, well, we got uncles, we got brothers, we got cousins, we have teachers, we have all kinds of different people who can be our man. So I approached Black Star Project and told them that we were going to go a little bit out of their framework, but try to get our East Oakland community involved. And they've been very supportive and made sure that they covered it as well, and have been out sending out national blasts. And from that, I know you as well and a few other people, they want to have daddy-daughter dances everywhere in the Bay Area now. So it's inspiring to see that this is something that's getting fathers back into the community, back into the school. We have someone who just started this initiative, and it's no money involved. It's just community coming together and engaging.
Yes, and that leads me to my next question. What type of responses have you been getting since you've been doing these types of events?
Just more. Can we have it? Can we have it too? We started off with dedicating everything to East Oakland. That's where my roots are. My father is from, and my business partner is from, and we wanted to make sure that everything was for the East Oakland community. And from that, we've branched out and supported all of the Oakland community. And then from that, we've branched out now and started supporting Tri-Valley and also San Francisco and some of Richmond. So the word is out there that Imagine That is here, and we're here to make sure that the kids have imaginable experience by any cost necessary. And hey, we're here to stay.
Now, what else do you have coming up in the future so that people that aren't aware of it, they can participate in it?
Oh, there's quite a lot. So I'm Mieko Scott. Outside of Imagine That, I'm a part of the 100 Black Men of the Bay Area Community School for African American Males in Oakland. It is the first ever school for African American boys addressing their needs in the state of California. So I'm very excited to be a part of that design team. That school opens up the fall of this year for kindergarten, first grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, and seventh grade, and we're very excited about that. For so long, the community and the school districts and the state and the government have not supported our African American males' success. So to be a part of that is very inspiring. Other than that, we have the Back to School Rally, which is coming up this August at City Hall. It's always the last Saturday right before school goes back at City Hall from 8 a.m. to about 3 p.m. Anybody from the ages of kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade can come out and get all their free back to school supplies, shoes, and oatmeal, and whatever you can experience for that day. Other than that, we have, oh gosh, there's so much that we do. We have the African American Male Achievement Initiative, which is a part of OUSD's initiative, and we have a lot of stuff that we do at Edna Brewer Middle School, supporting the needs of teachers and supporting the needs of students that are in that community. And I'm also running for school board in East Oakland as well. My support has become so strong. I'm not a politician, but I believe that right now we need someone to step up and be there for the community and be there for that East Oakland community and be very passionate about it and not be about the money about the community. That position, I'll say out loud, only pays $713 a month, so anybody jumping in knows that it's not about the money. It's definitely about you being there for the students and making sure those students in East Oakland thrive for success right now, because the graduation rate and the truancy rate in that community is just, it's astonishing to see right now. So stepping up to be a part of that definitely is in my next steps.
Well, it seems like they have the perfect woman for the job. I mean, you seem like you have everything in order and you're about, the kids and everything. And that's one thing about Brickhouse Talk. We are strictly for the youth and the advancement of the youth today. And also, I want to say that recently we did an interview with a company called Mouthpiece Society. And they said they also work with you. And these are rap artists and also clothing designers that they help with community giving. I think it was a food drive or Christmas or something. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, they help definitely. Mouthpiece Society is a big part of Imagine That. One of the business partners for Imagine That is also one of the owners for Mouthpiece Society as well. We make sure that fathers give back. They have a lot of fathers within that company itself that are rappers, that might be community activists, that might be artists or whatnot, but they definitely want to give back to their community. And sometimes our community and our society puts stigmas on people. If you're a rap artist or if you've went to prison for God knows what and it didn't have anything to do with kids, then you can't work with kids whatsoever, and that's unfortunate. So within Imagine That, we definitely make sure that we do special fingerprinting so that we can involve people that definitely want to be within our organization. They can give back in ways that they possibly couldn't before. So it's great to have a company like that that is trying to support what their interests are, which is being rap artists, but they also want to give back to the community that they came from. So it's great to see that we have a lot of volunteers from that organization that participate all the time.
Now, Mieko, what if someone else wanted to give to your charity? How could they give to your foundation? How can they contact you? So
we have a website, www.imaginethatkids.org, that you can go to. We have the Twitter, Imagine That Kids, at Imagine That Kids, and then we also have the at Mieko for schools, and the big charity that we're giving to right now is all the funds are going to the 100 Black Men in the Bay Area Community Schools, so that's www.100schools.com.
Are you accepting any, youth that want to come and help out?
Yes, definitely. We accept youth as young as the age of 10 years old. So any youth that want to get involved, you can go to the website, www.imaginethatkids.org, click on the Contact Us, and there's a volunteer form that you can send in to us. And anyone that's over the age of 10, mothers, fathers, kids, if they want to give back to their community, we definitely accept you for all events.
Well, again, I really thank you and appreciate you stopping by. Is there any special acknowledgement you want to give out to people that work with you currently?
Oh, yeah, my business partner and my daughter, she does most of the work. She does most of the work behind the scenes for me. I'm very gracious to have a daughter that appreciates the work that we do and gives back to the community, and also a 3.8 student. So I'm very gracious to have her, and my family is very supportive of me right now. And all of the people that work within Imagine That, all of our board members, all of the principals that give back to us and make sure that we are able to accept everything within our system. And very special thanks out to Mr. Jeremiah Page for making this all possible.
Wait a minute. There was another young man that was there, Mr. Loud.
Mr. Loud. Oh, goodness. Mr. Loud. Yes. How can we forget Mr. Loud? Mr. Loud is one of our He-Man of Oakland. I mean, he is an African-American man that we see that is giving back to the community by any means necessary. He does volunteer events. He sweats. I mean, I'm just like, Mr. Loud, wipe the sweat off your face. But he will keep on going. So having someone like that is definitely very supportive within the school system.
Well, it sounds like you have a great team, and Brickhouse Talk totally supports you. So if anything that we can do, please let us know. We would love to come out to any of your events and give coverage to it. So we are very excited because I think we have Mr. Page in the house today.
I have Mr. Page here for you. Wait till you guys meet him.
So again, thank you so much. Do you want to stay and join us with Mr. Page?
I'll let you guys talk to Mr. Page, and if you need me, I am here, but you will want all of him.
All right, so stay tuned for Mr. Jeremiah Page.